Welcome back, everyone. Let's play Victoria 3 as Sweden, the Forest of Iron Hills, episode number 5. Alright, so here we are. We're jumping back in. This game is really best played in like a single run. I mean, it's actually, I think, got a little bit difficult to like jump out, save the game, quit, go to bed, go to work, come back. Anyway, for the technology, there's a couple items that I wanted to just point out, and then we'll pick one. Organized sports would give me extra prestige. I'm looking to keep things at or above this line, because we have, what is this, 31 months versus 6 years. So this is kind of like the date penalty, like penalty-free line. Too much of a penalty to do the next one. I have nothing that I'm interested in doing in the military line, actually. Then, production has a few options, though. This is the beyond the line, but it's only 4 years because we have some reductions, whatever the reason, I don't know. It takes a little bit less innovation. Who knows exactly why? But dynamite is still, as I mentioned last time, a consideration. However, we can actually do mechanized workshops in this one, and I think that that's a pretty good choice as well. We can even do crystal glass, which would allow us to expand to use some of our lead for glass. Now, we don't have a glass factory, but that's a mistake, and one that I plan to rectify almost immediately. We've been kind of pushing the economy, but hey, look, we have a bit of a gold reserve. Apparently, people being taxed a little bit higher has been okay because standard of living is doing fine. We're not terribly off. In fact, we can probably compare our standard of living with other people's living. And we are the highest out of everybody in the top list entirely, which is a good sign. And that's kind of how my countries end up going, because I end up basically dumping a lot of government money into fueling industries and making sure that everyone's just building the economy, and that typically means that it's basically a hugely inflated thing, but that also means for whatever reason that everyone can buy the goods they need to buy. Okay, so I think that we're going to go with this mechanized workshop. No, sorry, crystal glass, that's what I was saying. Or do we go back over here? And the thing I would really like to get is mutual funds, because this will increase our money situation, which is not as good for me here as Sweden as it was for me as Belgium. Now, getting the organized sports would also be very useful to keep us as a major power for longer. So you know what, I'm going to do that. Okay, we're off and running. Let's get this glass factory. I don't have it, right? I guess I can go to buildings here. F3 also. Urban, yes. And I don't see glass factory. In fact, down here it'll say glassworks. Okay. This is probably something I was about to do last time, but never got around to it. 1.5, 1.6, 1.3. Interesting. This doesn't have a whole lot of infrastructure. I'd like to preserve this for the many wonderful logging, is it? No, iron mines. We're going to switch over there. So I think that we'll put this, what's the infrastructure like? 5 here, 3 there. Okay, we'll put it here. This is getting actually a lot. This is going to be our little industrial center in the end. I got to make sure we don't overdo it, because like we're going to want more furniture factories, and it's probably not a place, Götaland, which is going to grow as much as Svealand, population-wise, I mean. So I might actually end up putting the glass factory. Oh, it's really nice to see that Textile Mills is doing well. Although this one already has paper mills and a steel mill, and we could probably increase the universities. I always like to have universities, lots of universities. Probably one more would be fine. But let me not do that yet. We'll stick to the economy first, and then we'll get the research stuff going on afterwards. Yeah, it's going to be hard for the logging camps ever to move anywhere else. I know that this is going to be iron mines, and there's iron and lead here, and then there should be all logging here, but we didn't really do it that way. I mean, we can still push it. Anyway, they're actually making a profit. Ooh, just barely making a profit. Can get the tools up. So let me increase this one, and then go to my tools. Increase that one. Oh, we already did. Oh, by the way, I rewound time. Somebody pointed out to me that Oscar Bernadette is my heir, and I very slap happily just clicked away, hoping that Axel Warner would win, just so I could have this humorous moment where, look, this 75-year-old man who just never ever dies in any of my games wins again. But honestly, if we look through these options, there is a clearly better one for us, where we can get landowners down, intelligentsia up. That is good. So I'm going to ban dueling. Which means that neither of them are going to die. I'd still love for Axel to die, but he probably wouldn't because this guy is just immortal, as we've seen. Okay, so now we can move forward. Sorry, I probably could have been doing that as time progressed, but we didn't. Okay, this is looking like it's making too much money. It's, none of these things are making as much money as I'm used to as Belgium. Belgium is insane. But, that said, they're still making money. And where's the tool factory? Okay, it's coming up next. Port will solve Scania's issues. This one, and I didn't even get where we're gonna have the glass factory. But let me decide that. Okay, chemical, munition. Munitions plant is not gonna grow very much. Chemical plant won't grow that much either. But this is a place where I would like to move all my logging, right? Yeah. Which means this place should be... It's going to get my lead mines, but the iron mines should move up to the top first. Okay, we got inefficient agriculture. That doesn't sound good. But we can do the migration attraction, which is fantastic. And this is going to be in Jutland, okay? Fair enough, fair enough. Plenty of bureaucracy for doing trade deals, too. So if we have too expensive of items, we probably... Oh, did I grew ports enough to the point where my shipyards aren't keeping up? They are just barely making money. No, they don't even have anybody employed. Forget it. Well, as soon as wood becomes a little cheaper, that should correct itself. Well, we have two. One already queued, I don't need another one. And rye farms here, which are still making a good amount of money, but also, you know, pushing this infrastructure up and up. And you can see it's actually growing a little bit by itself. I think I only had like 58, or maybe it was even 57. But as population grows, infrastructure increases. And that's definitely also helped with technology. Society over here, modern sewage. Steel frame buildings will also help this. Probably could have done that one too, because infrastructure is... I think that we're a little bit tight for infrastructure in Sweden. Bit of a dip in the GDP. So thank you to whoever it was. I think it was Spam Filter. I even remember the username. Spam Filter told me that my original economy started at 5, and my goal from an 1836 start was to double it by 1856, so in 20 years. So it looks like we achieved that, but let's wait for it to go up stably over 10, and then we can say we've doubled it within 20 years, which I consider a pretty good feat. Sweden, not the hardest one to play as. I don't really think it's as good of a tutorial nation as I once did. I think that Belgium is just by hands down the easiest, just the best tutorial nation, because it only has 2 states, so you don't have to juggle a whole lot. But on top of that, it's very powerful. It's very hard to do something wrong with that. Coal mines looks like they're doing well. I wonder why. What are we selling? What's using that? Okay, now it's not doing well. I can always just look at the market and try to judge things from there. Wow, furniture. So where is the furniture? That should be increasing the price. What the heck? Fabric. Fabric is down in price, wood is down in price, and this is insanely overpriced. How is this not making like a ton of money? Is it just by the nature that it's not... doesn't have enough... Oh, well. Let's do this. Oh. Oh. Interesting. We're not doing luxury furniture yet. We certainly are... I think we're going to make a lot of money doing it. So I didn't choose the last option, which does not actually increase the amount of... Sorry, does not decrease the amount of furniture. It might behoove us actually not to do this option because we need more furniture. But we're making more money now, so I'm just going to queue up 1. I actually want to do 2 more. Again, it's nice to see that we're building and still making money at the same time. I think this next furniture factory should go in quickly. Coal mines. Really don't need it. I might even just swap that down, because I kind of want to delay it. Prices are just fluctuating all over. What the heck? Now iron? Price went... Okay, so we can always export iron. What trade group did we join? I feel like we did something wrong here. Iron. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so Russian market wouldn't take any convoys, which is nice. But we'll get a lot more from the Prussian market. So we will do that, because I think we have the convoys to spare. See, as Belgium, your one problem is you do not have enough coast. You only have one state with a coast. So you can max out that port, and I did. But you're still limited on the number of convoys you can send around. Very limited. How are we doing? Are we just barely hanging above this line? 167, 150, okay. It's creeping up after us. We might be able to make it. We'll solve the iron problem for the moment. That looks good. A lot better now. Liquor. Liquor. Oh my gosh. We need to import liquor. We need to export fertilizer. And we really need to export fertilizer because I think that that's going to be... Well, we do have the convoys, so I guess I'll do it. Yeah, we do want to make money for fertilizer. Our poor munitions, or no, our chemical plant can actually make money now. The people here are eternally grateful that I just exported it for them. Now that they're making money, we could, in theory, increase that. But let's see how the munitions place is doing. Hey, it's making money. Not really. Kind of weird. Yeah, okay, it's not really making money. We could always export munitions, which would also kind of solve this problem. But look, I mean, lead's super cheap. Explosives are super cheap. I don't know. I'm just going to let the market spin in a cycle over there. I'm not sure how to save that exactly. So, well, whatever. People in the trade center are obviously very happy. They're making money on all these trade things. Okay. So what else do we want to do? Enact restricted child... I could do this. Oh, wow. Industrialists impose this, huh? I guess it kind of makes sense. Although it would be helpful. I think this is a good one. So dependents' income goes down from 30 to 15, but we have an extra max education, and the mortality of people goes down. We're currently doing this, and well, there it is, right there. 30% goes down to 15, and the mortality goes down from 5 to 2 or 5 to none in the case of machinists. That's not really the law I want to enact, but I don't know if there's even a law I can. So what I would like to do is reform the monarchy. Can we get rid of the monarchy? Okay, yeah. And by the way, I think my plan will be to try to unite Scandinavia, and at that point, who knows what we'll do. We might call the game to a close. Cancel that. I don't even know where that was. Apparently it was one of the trade agreements I have. Oh, wait, rising concerns. This needs to be addressed. Landowners, no. No. Yeah, I want this. I do not want landowners. Landowners are they're contrary to the direction of the country that I want to take this. We've got hydraulic cranes, which would be very important if we're lacking in ports, but in fact we are not lacking in ports. 61 on 65, 30, okay, this one needs a port. Increase that. Eventually we'll get railroads, but ports are cheaper by a lot. In fact, ports might not be a good decision just from the perspective that trains themselves are going to kind of build the economy. You have to subsidize it, so you basically have to assume you're going to lose money. So we're getting the rye farm, another... Okay, so how's the furniture factory doing now? It is making money. Oh, that's great. Yep, get a third one. And this is... Okay, it is below cost. So let me look at... Consumption task on luxury furniture. We would make a lot of money off this. I feel like luxury clothes is probably the better way to go. But luxury furniture is pretty cheap. Probably a lot of people are willing to buy it right now. So I can make money. Gonna do it. It's gonna cost us 100 authority. But for now, I'm gonna do it. No, I don't want a trade agreement. I knew it. I knew that's what they wanted. No, you're out of your mind. I do not want that with you. Sorry. Okay. Well, I think the economy's building nicely. We're up to 11 million suddenly, without my really paying attention. As long as we can stay 155, 173, as long as we can stay ahead of things. So I probably want to start building iron mines here. Like, almost recklessly so. Alright, we may not need the iron, but this is where I want the iron to go eventually, so just start queuing them here. And, I don't know, I should probably disperse it among things. What's the infrastructure there? Yeah, okay, we do have the infrastructure for it. Well, that's good. And this has got to be lead, so even though these lead mines are just pouring money out, and I am apparently subsidizing it. Why am I subsidizing it? Glassworks. Did I even get a glassworks? See? I talked about it so much. I'm going to put it here. And we're going to get that. Okay, postal savings is very nice. It's great. But let me get this glassworks. Maybe after one mine. Maybe after... No, it's going to be helpful. Let's just do it immediately. You kind of actually want these iron mines to go almost one after the other. That way they can ramp up their throughput bonus, the economy of scale. Although it's only 1%, it's not that big of a deal. So we're getting this. Okay, rye farms are still making money. We'll increase that as well. Poor old Gotland over here is pretty much abandoned. All but forsaken. Not like the Danes. The Danes are truly the forsaken people, but, you know, Gotland over there is, it's like New Denmark. Oh, good. Okay, so we got crystal glass unlocked anyway. Even though I didn't... Well, perfect time for me to be building a glass manufactory. Glassworks, that's a better name for it. I don't know, this game just makes me happy to play. It's a pretty simple loop, but I find it very rewarding. And I do want more furniture. That's not enough furniture. Oh, we could export furniture. That wouldn't help. That would make prices even higher. No, I could export luxury goods. That's what I could do. Luxury. But then people will stop buying it as much, and then I won't get as much of a tax. I don't know. Basically, I'm always very, very happy when I see that this number is positive when this is full. Probably I'm at the point then I should build another construction thing to get construction going. Boy, our GDP is not like a... Let's take a look at someone else's GDP just to get, to get an idea of what other people's GDP might look like. Okay, they're in my market, so they might be suffering from being in my market. Let's take a look at Prussia instead. Oh, okay, so there have been some wiggles just the world around. Let's see if... Did Belgium suffer the same? Wow, their GDP, yeah, it's gone down. France is big enough that it should be somewhat stable. Yeah, that's just incredible. That is incredible growth. Note that that's like huge upward swing on an already huge GDP. You'd expect like relatively smaller growth for the bigger economies. Oh my gosh. Axel, what are you up to this time? Carefully recumbent on his leather armchair, his voice comes out as rubbery as the material. It's a stressful job, you know? No need to make it even more stressful. I can fire him? I can fire him? I don't really want to piss off the armed folks. The armed forces. The armed forces, folks. These guys are currently neutral. Let's see what happens when I fire him. Okay, so I was able to fire him without incident. That's great. That actually saves me a little bureaucracy. And, you know, technically, Johan Enermark can just take over everyone else. So good on him. Oh, we got this one. That thing that I've liked. Okay, so mutual funds. I would like... Production, probably going to take... Oh, it's 4 years. It's 4 years for both of them. Or 24 months... for mechanized workshops. I could do this and then jump to dynamite after that. And then after dynamite, go back over to the other one. I'm going to do that. It's only 2 years. It's worth it, I think. Unproductive. So we're importing furniture. It's no longer productive. That's unfortunate. Maybe it's because I'm actually producing enough furniture now that prices have gone down. But whoa, whoa, we're still making a good amount of money here. Let's just keep pushing this guy right up to the top. One of these rye farms to the top too. Yeah, we can just separate it like that. I think that's fine. It's good to see the furniture places are making money though. See, I don't want to do nitroglycerin just because look at the terrible mortality rate for people. Just don't like it. I'm too benevolent a ruler, obviously. That's the reason I want everyone to believe at least. Now, are we still... Yeah, we're still bolstering these guys. Well, you know, they're not that high up. I think that they will take a nice jump. I can't wait for our monarch to die. With the new intelligentsia person. How old are you? 88! What the hell? What the hell? Why do people in this game live so long? I don't think this is normal. I don't think in the 1800s that people were living to 90, like, regularly. Especially if you were a king. I feel like you were a king, you overate, you weren't healthy in some capacity. I don't know, just somebody would want you dead. They put a little something in your food and the forensics doesn't exist for you to actually be, you know, somebody for the autopsy to come back as poisoning. Oh my, there's something going on here, huh? American-Prussian rivalry has been declared. Austria then embargoed Prussia. And Bavaria, Prussia is a rivalry now? Prussia started an import route for ammunition. What the heck is going on? All these things, if they were connected, would be a compelling story for, you know, not good things in the future. There might be a diplomatic action going on that I'm not aware of. Is there? There is. There is Prussia about to go to war with Austria. What? Whoa! Alright, well that's something, isn't it? Now, oh my gosh, and look at Russia is leaning towards Austria. But who's already supporting them? Bavaria, Württemberg, and Krakow. Wow. Saxony, Schwarzburg, Baden, but really the big one there is Russia. We can only sit back and watch it. And yeah, actually Russia's on the fence. Even if Russia doesn't commit, how is Austria going to do this? What are they thinking? Well, anyways, we have a trade agreement with Prussia, which may not have much value, you know, in a moment. I hope nothing happens. Okay. Sulfur is now inactive, I see. So let's get sulfur from another market, because we definitely need it. Oh yeah, we have plenty of good options. In fact, the Danes will give it to us? Ew. I mean, Danish anything is just horrendous. But we'll take the sulfur. It's only fitting that the Danish people would be providing a smelly substance. What next? More furniture manufactories? How's our glass doing? Did that get built? It did, and it is working. Okay, great. And iron mines are going in here and working as well. Hey, this is all good. This really just comes down to Carl Johan here deciding to off himself. Crying out loud, get out of here. I wonder how we can incorporate Norway. Like, is there diplomacy I can do on Norway to just completely incorporate them? I don't know. I mean, it's nice that they're loyal. Clippers. So clippers just, they fluctuate on and off. Sometimes expensive, sometimes not. We are still ahead of the game. 189, 158. Okay. The petite bourgeois has now become marginalized. I didn't even realize Church of Sweden was. And landowners look like they're going down their necks. I think it's below 5%. Finland has started to import steel. What? Do we have steel? I forgot that we even had steel. Yes, please do. It can't go any cheaper. Wow, why didn't I do this earlier? Let's export steel. To the British market? No, we'll make a lot of money. Boom! Alright, now steel's actually going to be worth making again. It's worth 1 penny. Okay, now it won't be worth 1 penny. It'll be worth a lot more. I don't even know why we're making one. So with an export, we can probably start producing more. That'd be a little bit weird to do until the market kicks in. Like, what is going on? What if I subsidize it? There we go. Alright, it's making money. Just kickstarted it, that's all we had to do. I think it's on its own now, so let's go and get some more coal mines. And what else does it need? Yeah, iron, which we should be fine with, and coal. Might even do a double... Oh, wait, we reached our max for coal mines, so we'll just have to... Well, this will be something we put for dynamite as soon as we can. And we need tools to also stack with us, which of course is also in Scania. How are we doing there? It's gonna be time for another port. That's the last one we can afford, so it's railways after this. Fine here. We're over here, so let's get a port pronto. One over is not too bad, but, you know, you want to get rid of that as soon as possible. Okay, yeah, we're gonna drop these mines down. They can wait. I think that this port is more important. How are the mines doing here? Yeah, they're doing alright. They're not losing money. Netherlands wants a defensive pact. Sometimes I consider doing that, but I'm not in this one. It's fine, that's fine. Oh, wait. Did he die? Oh, an admiral has died, yeah. Well, I don't like not having an admiral. So I'm gonna go ahead and spend some of our precious bureaucracy on hiring a new one. Alright. So, Navy needs a new one. Two choices we have are somebody from the armed forces, which is what I would prefer. He is pious. And an explorer, which doesn't really mean all that much. Especially because I think exploration missions are like bugged right now or something. Although, this one might be a better one. Okay, 10% morale recovery versus 25% command morale recovery. Oh, ship damage I think is more important anyway. Demigod, this is not that important for admiral duties at least. Popular commander, 100% command limit, and he's a naval commander. He is better. I think that he is better, so we will recruit him. They're considered influential. What? Alright, fine. Just take the better of them. I had to do it. Can't sleep with myself at night when I'm not living in a meritocracy. As anybody who has watched my series on Shadow Empires knows. Sulfur. We're still lacking in sulfur. I want more. Okay, let's get it from the British market. More sulfur will lead to more chemicals. So let's just increase this. Because now fertilizer of all things is actually important. Okay, rifling. Okay, this can impact our arms industry. My goodness. F3, development. So our barracks now can... No, not our barracks. It's only our arms place, which has 3 factories if I remember. I always remember. We can do rifles now. Takes tools and steel. Now, steel's not really being used for much, so I think this is a great use for it. It's going to make our weapons absurdly cheap. We might actually want to do this. So we're currently making not enough, I think, artillery. So let's do this. That'll be a nice balance. Technically, we're losing money. Why is that? Probably because steel's too expensive. I don't care. Just I mean, we'll let the arms industry balance itself out, actually. We'll let it do that, but there it goes. It's making money now. There's 3 of them there, so I'm not going to make any more, but it's nice to have. Chemical plant. What's going on here? Why are you guys... Like, what is going on with the munitions plant? Lead is super cheap, explosives are relatively cheap, and ammunition is not cheap. Why is this thing just not making money? I mean, I guess it is now. I mean, it's gonna just increase my cost, but that's fine. By the way, do we have recruitment centers? I didn't check. Yeah, and these are all set correctly. They are. Sometimes the conscription centers have different things than the barracks, which I don't like. I like my new troops coming in, same as the old. Okay, fertilizer went down in price. Artillery went down in price. Explosives went really, really down in price. That might have been from my temporary subsidization of it. Explosives is here. Why is it super cheap? Oh, I'm subsidizing this one. I just feel like this one should be making a lot of money, and it's not. The moment I don't subsidize it, it just falls apart. We can go back to the LeBlanc process. Maybe that'll be more profitable. Yeah, okay, let's do that. We don't need as many explosives yet, so we'll do that. And then let's get this glassworks up and going. First of all, now we can make leaded glass, which will take a little bit less wood and a little bit of lead, which is super, super cheap. In fact, we can just cut out the wood altogether and give a real use for our lead. Let's do things in intermediates. How much glass is this creating for us right now? 40. So if we want it, we can create some ceramics, which will cut the price. Actually, that's not too bad. I don't want to go all the way down, but let's do this one. That way they make money and we increase the price, and well, we got mechanized workshops, so we can do clothes factory, textile mill, so textile mills and furniture. Let's go to the textile mills. Yeah, dye is already really expensive. That's not something I can control. Clothes they are expensive though. I think I'm gonna do it, and then I'm just gonna try my darndest to import. Eek, can't. Dye. I was gonna try to import dye. Please show me some unproductive trade routes now. Okay, why are you guys in reserve, by the way? Do I really need another commander? I do. I really need another commander. Well, I don't have the bureaucracy for it, so it's just gonna have to wait. Dynamite is next. I think this is a really nice one, although part of me is really thinking that maybe mutual funds wouldn't be such a bad idea. No, we got money. I mean, as soon as I can do mutual funds, I'll try to roll back the tax. We can always get more bureaucracy just by adding government administration, which I may end up doing. So who's the closest to being over their tax limit? Probably it's going to be Surveillant, so they're like half, which is like nowhere near the limit. But nobody is anywhere near the limit. My goodness. See, by like raw value, I couldn't tell you who's the closest. Maybe these guys, one like 110 away. But by percentage, this is I think we'll do it here. It just makes sense to me to have it here anyway. Oh my gosh, these guys are not using, forget it. Go to buildings. Urban. Is that what I want? Or it's just development, no? Just be urban. Yeah, here it is. So let's go to this, which is going to increase our paper usage by quite a lot. But it'll give us a lot more bureaucracy. Look at that. Tons of bureaucracy. And we're probably using clergy. Kind of like using bureaucrats since we basically have ousted the Church of Sweden. So I'll just switch to that, even though it'll mean an increase in prices, unfortunately, but I think it's worth it. How are our trade goods doing? I mean, services. Services are actually not in high demand. Okay, so we don't need to do anything there. But I just increased paper, demand for paper, so I guess I ought to, and very much need to, increase the supply of paper. That's another thing we need sulfur for. We just need sulfur for a lot. But I think it was worth it. So we can actually import more sulfur if we want now. I think it's fine. What's my current... My god, we just get so much cheaper. We have a trade deal with Prussia, so we can actually get that for free. So I'll definitely do that. Up to 12.5 now. Maybe we can triple our GDP by the time 20 years has come. And we're just barely hanging on. 195 out of 164. Still hanging on. All those iron mines have now been finished. That's crazy. In fact, you go down to the bottom. I don't know. I'm sure we don't need more iron. We're probably like way over. Yeah, like way over producing iron. But that's fine. We can just export it. Oh my gosh, 40. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be a huge. Watch the 12.5 just surge as the price for iron goes up. Well, surge was not what I wasn't expecting. 12.5 to just go up to 12.6. I was expecting a little bit more than that, but I expect a significant bump. Oh wow, 37 minutes into this video already. Time flies. Alright, okay, what do we have here? Then we'll follow him. Trade unions. I don't mind trade unions. The new admiral is presented in the ports of Scandinavia, cheerfully exclaimed by his peers. However, the nephew of Ola Brackenheim, which is not my current one, is also postulated that he has the most profound... and the same time. Who is this guy? He's a landowner? Screw that guy. Yeah, we got 2% more laborer pops in Scania becoming more loyalist? Absolutely. Okay. I think that was a... Oh, he actually becomes an admiral. Whoops. Well, that... I mean, I guess I really didn't want that. Should have expected it, probably. It wasn't... I mean, it wasn't clear to me that he was... It says a new character would arrive. I didn't know that that would mean he'd actually join my navy. I thought maybe he'd be an option I could pick next time I wanted to recruit an admiral. But this is also fine. It's not that big of a deal. Thankfully, we just got the bureaucracy bump. And we can do that again if we absolutely need to. Okay, let's take a look at capacity now. Are we maxed out at ports? Probably we are, but we haven't done, I assume, okay, industrial. This one actually is maxed out, so we're going to have to go to railroads there. I suspect we can get a port here, just for safety. Ooh, what's the input shortage? On everything? Excuse me. Why aren't you guys doing your job? We can always export this stuff, you know, if you have excess. Are there just not enough laborers? Capitalists, engineers, machinists, and laborers. I'd like to see how many are employed. Yeah, we have a population of... Well, I don't know why that disappeared. How many are not employed? Damn it, anyhow, what? Okay, let me pause. Maybe it's some time thing. I really don't want to go through this whole list, but I just want to see who is... Okay, I don't see who is not working? I don't know. I'm not going to go through this, but there's probably some way. I'm just stupid and don't know what it is. To find out how many people are unemployed. We might have overstressed Scania, but okay, we don't have that much authority. I can probably stop promoting the intelligentsia. No, I can't, man. I don't know why that despite bolstering these people, their cloud has not gone up. Probably it's just the fact that they would have gone really far down if I hadn't been here, you know, saving them. Thank God they're at least neutral. But boy, we would really like it if they were in the government. Now, can we reform the government? We're in the middle of reforming the government. I don't know why. Putting them in would just tank it. Damn it. You know what will solve this? Everyone knows what is going to solve this. You're freaking 90 years old. This 90 years old. Your heir is 53. God, he's going to die before you do. Oh, God. Freaking old man. I honestly, I think the game it feels bugged. It feels bugged to me. So we booted that guy. I wonder if he's still alive. 51, 40. I mean, the people in this game just live way too darn long. It's gonna happen. I wouldn't mind seeing somebody who's 90 every so often, but it seems like all the characters get that old. And that doesn't seem right to me. 70, 80. 80 I could see, just not 90. I just put that 9 in front there. It just seems way too long. Okay, good. We're gonna get dynamite. Oh, wait. We're getting some technology spread, but anyways, it's gonna be done in 8 to 14 weeks, which is good. Because that is one way of boosting our probably highly in demand coal. We have no other way of boosting it. We're at the highest point. Tools. We want to continue to increase tools, although at the same time, you have to remember, I don't have people working here. Whoa. Okay, let me not export iron anymore. What's going on there? This is a little bit strange to me. I don't know why iron is... Gosh. If I click off this one, that might help. I think it'll help. So the price should go down. I'm not exporting as much, I presume. Unless I am. Unless more went to the other market. But that should still, if more is going to the other market, then they probably won't buy it for as much, and that should still push down the price. Unless, which might be the case, they have so much iron in their system and such a huge shortage that my relative increase or whatever just didn't make a difference. Dye is still really expensive too. Okay, we got dynamite, but let's get some dye. Oh wow, 20. 25 even. Wonder why it puts this one first, not this one. Let's do that one, it's cheaper. Alright, dynamite, very good. So we can go over to the coal. And now we finally have a reason to use explosives! Hooray! Well, that's going to drop the price of coal quite a bit. Let's go over here. Make sure that everything is ready for this. Ah, man, I don't... What's the shortage of? Well, one way to get around the labor shortage, if it is indeed a labor shortage, there are ways. Here we go. We can do this. Transportation costs will go up, but why don't I just build a railroad here? It's time, it's time. We're building our first railroad, and I'm going to subsidize it because I don't think it will survive on its own. Then once this gets in, it'll actually provide some transportation tickets. And once that happens, then I will unlock, what was that, from coal? I mean, from anything, I can switch on the rail transportation, which will save some laborers. So honestly, I think that railroads are now probably the way to go. Anyways, let's solve this next thing. I talked about money. Luckily, our money situation has just continued to be pretty okay. But that's, again, probably due to the fact that I am still taxing pretty highly. I talked about doing it. This is probably actually more important than the other one, but it's 4 years, so I'm not going to do it for sure. Gonna go back over to production. We're gonna get improved fertilizer. Steam Donkey, that's another good one. Oh, now we're gonna have to get engines. I don't think I have enough of a steel production thing. Rotary valve. Okay, it could be useful. Let me see. I'll pop this one up. Rotary valve engine is going to get just cost tools and coal and decrease laborers. Yeah, I think we might have a labor shortage, people shortage, in which case a lot of these things are going to be very helpful. Nonetheless, I'm going to start with fertilizer first. I know that that's tried and true, and it's going to be a nice one to have. So we'll start getting railroads, and then we'll get more tickets. So I'll probably just queue up. I mean, it's going to be painful, but just dive in. People want me to enact what? Wage subsidies? Heck no. Maybe poor laws. Okay, poor laws would provide Social Security with 10% welfare payments, minus 15% political strength when receiving welfare. Versus plus 2 Social Security. So this does this even apply? Enables the Social Security institution. Okay, so this does allow Tier 1 Social Security. That's honestly not the law I really want to enact. There's other ones that I just need to wait for this stupid king to die. Die, you stupid king. What is he, 92 now? Still 90. He's darn old is the problem. Okay, oligarchy, we can move to wealth voting. Interesting. That is, oh man, we can move to a lot of different things. In fact, will this, landowners oppose this, but they will not go ballistic over it. Minus 5, minus 10, this is going to radicalize them, yeah. Minus 20 for universal suffrage. But we could actually, this is crazy. We could jump to census suffrage. Now this would nuke our authority. Currently our authority is plus 200. It goes down to 150 for that. Wealth voting 100. Census 50. Universal will just take us out of it altogether. Plus 20 legitimacy. This is plus 25. Plus 20. That's plus 25 legitimacy from including the head of state and government, which we are doing that. Oh man. Well, we're definitely going to do one of these. I mean, nobody would be opposed to land voting. That's funny. Plus 50% strength from aristocrats, capitalists, clergymen, officers. Otherwise, we go to wealth voting. And this is plus 40 political strength from votes, plus 25 wealth threshold for voting. Okay. Census suffrage, which we could still technically do without the landowners going completely ballistic. I think I want to do the wealth voting. I mean, how often are we going to change this? If they're all in favor of it, maybe we just jump right to census. Authority is not going to like it, but, well, we'll have to deal with that another way. There are ways of getting authority. Yeah, well, first of all, we can get rid of bolstering the intelligentsia for 200, which is essentially what we're going to lose. We have 200 here. It jumps down to 50 for census suffrage. Okay, we're going to be bold. Why not be bold? We're going to all the way to census suffrage. It's quite a change. And look at how happy the intelligentsia. Oh my gosh, the industrialists are... So many people are happy. The only person who's not very happy is the noble privileges here, landowners. But they're only 4.3%. So luckily the industrialists are actually going to give us a double bonus. So let's just click on this and see that job creators is going to give us it's plus 10% capitalist pool investment. And it's plus 20 because of the 100% stronger effect. So that's great. And the same thing with the intelligentsia. Are they considered impactful? No, so it's only 10% here. But it'll be higher migration. So we have migration attraction. That's going to solve things. Oh yeah, this is very good. I don't know why I didn't see that and we didn't do that before. So now we're going to have some new pop-ups. I feel good. We're actually making forward progress. Oh my gosh, it's been 49 minutes. So I'm glad to have done that, but we're going to pause here and call this video to a close. Expect an episode 6. I just can't put this down. So until the next one, thanks for watching, stay safe, and take care.